Sir Jim Ratcliffe is set to buy a 25% stake in Manchester United. This after it was confirmed that our preferred bidder, Sheikh Jassim, withdrew from the bidding process after what you would call frustrations over the Glazers' indecisiveness and a lack of a clear response after he tabled a final all-cash bid to buy 100% of the club, clear all the debt that Manchester United has got, invest in the environment surrounding Old Trafford, but most importantly, also invest in the renovation of the Old Trafford. Now, this was too good to excite the Glazers, who frustrated Sheikh Jassim and apparently are now in bed with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who is willing to buy a 25% stake in the club. The Glazers are staying put at Manchester United, and we certainly know now what exactly these guys are all about. They are willing to go an extra mile to ensure that this club goes down. Probably that's what we can say. But anyhow, subscribe to the hotspot. Excuse me. Subscribe to the hotspot, guys, as we do get proper into this Manchester United, talk. Now, listen. We all know what happened. Of course, Fabrizio Romano's confirmation of what happened. It's his pinned tweet, if you go on his Twitter right now, about Sheikh Jassim withdrawing from the bidding process after tabling a GCGC bid that was more than double the valuation of the club, the market valuation of Manchester United, which is about 3.2 billion. This guy offers over 6 billion, but the Glazers refuse, to leave. Apparently, the Glazers do want to stay, have a stake in the club. They were hoping that Sheikh Jassim could restructure his bid to ensure that they stay around for a bit. But Jassim is done, like all of us. Remember, he's a United supporter as well. He's done with the Glazers and he wants full ownership of this club. Now, apparently, after seeing this, after noting, what the Glazers want, Sir Jim Ratcliffe was smart to go back and restructure his bid. So what his bid right now is what he wants, because he's now the only remaining known bidder. He wants 25% of the club, but more control of the footballing activities, apparently. So he wants to have more footballing control with his 25%, but with an option of it growing to become, for him to become a majority owner of the club across a given period of time. The structure is a bit not so different from what he had tabled earlier, but he wants 25% football control, but an option of becoming a full, rather, majority owner of the club in the future times. So, what that means, first of all, is that the Glazers are happy because they are still staying put at the club with, again, more ownership of it. They are still making money out of Manchester United, because United will always make money because it's the most supported club in the world, obviously, and sponsors will always come running with millions and millions of pounds to try and and inject in it. So for them, it's business, and they are still making money, and they are still there. So they obviously don't care about the football at the club. Whereas many of us may not be so excited by the British billionaire, multi-billionaire, one of the, if not the richest man in the UK, buying our club, well, that is what we've got to settle for. Now, what does this mean? Is it a win for United in a way? Yes, the biggest win would have been Sheikh Jassim taking over the club. But what does it mean for Sir Jim Ratcliffe to own Manchester United? Remember, he's the same guy who owns Nice, that is in France. Now, what would are our expectations of him? So it's a difficult situation, to be honest, because we are seeing this guy coming, and it is believed and it is said that in the next few weeks, they are going to agree this whole process with Sir Jim Ratcliffe. So it's almost clearly done. And again, if you're doubting that, I would want to read for you a tweet, of course, from again our credible source, that is Fabrizio Romano, who posted saying that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is now ready to buy 25% of Manchester United in the next days after Sheikh Jassim left the deal. Man United board will vote on 25% stake bid in the next days. The board is about to vote. Jim Ratcliffe wants sporting control and future major ownership after his initial 25%. That is according to what we are having. Now, of course, people will still want the Glazers out. I think any deal that keeps the Glazers around might not be the most exciting for any genuine United supporter. But like I said, half a loaf is better than nothing. I think in this case, this is our half a loaf, and we can only hope that this half a loaf can satisfy us to a certain level, because we do need to be satisfied as United supporters. But also Sir Jim Ratcliffe has got a lot to do to win over the supporters, because trust you me, the way United fans are disappointed by Qatar pulling out of this, we can't easily transfer frustration with Sir Jim Ratcliffe and fail him in terms of his time and for sporting control if he gets it. So there's a bit of work for him to do to win over the hearts of supporters, to believe in what he's doing, but also to see a clear change in things happening at United. We want to see a significant portion of the debt being cleared. We want to see proper improvement in terms of infrastructure at the club, the training facility, the stadium itself. Stadium is leaking, the washrooms are terrible. We want to see these changes made instantly, and these are the things people are going to base on to judge Sir Jim Ratcliffe and whatever he's planning to do at Manchester United. So it's a disappointing time, of course, to know that the Sheikh Jassim, with his Qatar and oil-rich money, is not taking over the club, and those are the kinds of ownerships probably we are being made to believe are needed right now for a club to be competitive. Man City, Newcastle, PSG, we need to be competitive, proper competitive, but we need owners, especially being a UK team, especially in the Premier League. We need owners who are going to come and inject serious money in the club. Now, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, with his 25% stake, might not be that person, but he can do things to make us hope that when he takes over fully, when he takes over a majority of the club in the future, whichever years it will take, he will actually proceed to control and change things entirely around to the satisfaction of us, the supporters, because that's, again, going to be so important. Right now, any person who takes over Manchester United or who takes a single stake in Manchester United should know that they have got a huge job to do to win over the hearts of supporters. Now, it's going to be so difficult, but we've got to hope that all will be well. But that's where we are, guys. Again, the takeover conversation is back, and I know for a fact that many of us are tired of it, but like I've been telling you, we might be getting to the tail end of it, and this is where we are. Jassim is out. Forget about him for now, unless the Glazers will come back and surprise him and give him a call and tell him, you know what, we're okay now, we are out, come bring your 100%, we have given you the club fully, but it doesn't look likely. The Glazers have frustrated this man, and in fact, it was believed that he was interested in buying another club. I think there was talk of Inter Milan, I think, but this, according to Fabrizio Romano, was not true, and Sheikh Jassim has always been interested in one club, and that's Manchester United. But let's not cry over, spilled milk. Let us now focus on what we have. Let's focus on the next few days and see what exactly is going to happen, whether United are going to proceed and, or the Glazers are going to proceed and give the club over to Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the sporting department of the club, or matters of the club handed over to Sir Jim Ratcliffe, because that's where the biggest problem is, by the way. The Glazers have done the business. 100%, they have done the business, grown the revenue and all, but when it comes to the football, they have no clue about it. Now, you're not sure what plan Sir Jim Ratcliffe would have for the football, but also the football is being affected by the lack of investment, and people keep defending the Glazers, saying the Glazers have invested. They have tried to put money for buying players and invest in the players, but this is a sporting institution. Buying players is not all you need. You need to give these players the right facilities to training. You need to give them the right team to work with in terms of doctors and all. You need to give them everything, the right atmosphere for them to feel to shine. So is the managers they have been spending on. So people who say they have not, the Glazers have spent, what they have yet spent money, but on what? And for me, that's where, again, we've got big issues, and that's why we expect Sir Jim Ratcliffe to come in and try and make some bit of sense. So I will give him that benefit of doubt if he goes on to take the 25% and control of the sporting activities. But to what end? What exactly is going to be success for Sir Jim Ratcliffe? It's going to be a big job for him to do. Also dealing with these, seemingly difficult men to deal with. We are waiting to see what exactly is going to happen. But that's where we are now. We, United, are destined to land in the hands of the richest man in the UK, Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Is that good? Is it bad? Are you happy? Are you excited? Let me know what you think. You can also tell me you don't care about it anymore. But just know that the takeover talk is about to get done, and we need to start focusing on the football. Hotspot, subscribe. My name is Web, guys. I will catch you later.